If you don't know who Nikocado Avocado is, I'll explain it in a nutshell. Once upon a time, he was a vegan YouTuber who decided to go into mukbang for a while, eating a shit ton of food, and then he gained a lot of weight. And then he started having health problems, and he needed tools like a CPAP machine and a scooter to function parts of his body and life. His mental health deteriorated as well. He abused his mukbanger friends, and he went after other YouTubers like Moist Critical, who was trying to care for his health at the time. And I say health at that time right there because I'm saying it for a reason. Bear with me here. And also clickbaiting his videos with extreme titles like this one here, I had a heart attack on camera. Oh my god, you don't fuck with that shit, Nick. Come on. Overall, he's just eating himself into a coma or a stroke or whatever would kill him. I was thinking the heart attack on that camera if it wasn't clickbait, but most importantly, just coming off as a douchebag. But whatever your opinion about him is, if you like him or if you hate him, he's very popular in the YouTube community. So what does this have to do with Nikocado Avocado? Well, recently he uploaded a video called 2 Steps Ahead, and it features a skinnier version of himself and a big plate of the burnt noodles. Oh my god. You would think this, coming from Nikocado Avocado, it would just be another clickbait for the trolls to come in and make a scapegoat out of him with how he usually is, but to my shock and everyone else's shock, he actually did lose weight. A lot of it.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment for my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet in search of stories, ideas, rivalries, where they feel encouraged and engaged, where they involve themselves with the stories and become a product of influence. Thirsty for a distraction from time unspent, spoiling their minds, yet stimulating them at the same time. It's brilliant, and it's dangerous.
I honestly forgot what the point was he was trying to make. I was just so distracted by the fact that he has a gigantic panda mask on. I think the point that Nick is trying to make, he's saying, you thought your snarky comments and making fun of me and calling me fat was gonna break me. Well, I got something for you.
So I am the villain.
No flame to Nico Avocado here, and props that he lost all the weight, but why the hell does he look like Nico Bellic from GTA 4? I just hope that he doesn't go into New York and starts binging all of the New York City fast food like Raising Cane's and gain all the weight back. Please don't relapse in the weight gain, Nick. You're in a good spot right now. Please don't go back to the fat Nick. And I'm not even saying that to be harsh. I'm only saying it so that you don't have any more health problems, like the CPAP machine and the scooter you had to ride on.
Today I woke up from a very long dream. And I also woke up having lost 250 pounds off of my body. Yet just yesterday, people were calling me fat and sick and boring and irrelevant. People are the most messed up creatures on the entire planet. For as long as I tell the internet that I am the villain, stories that permeate and linger and infect the minds of the ants, influence the ants, brainwash the ants. You are the ants.
Oh my god, I feel so uncomfortable with how Nick is staring at me. He almost looks like a Gomer Pyle from Full Metal Jacket. You know, Vincent D'Onofrio's characters, where he stares you down very, very creepy down on the toilet. That's the vibe when he stares at me through the camera. So the gist of all of this is that Nikocado Avocado was doing a social experiment for the internet people. He pre-recorded a lot of videos of himself while he was fat and eating all of those calories, and he was uploading them at different times as he was saying that he wanted to go on hiatus for a few months. Meanwhile, he was putting in the effort of actually trying to lose weight. I can't say for certain what his means of losing weight was, if it was genuine exercise, or it could be dieting properly, or it could be Ozempic. Or maybe it's not Ozempic. I'm just brainstorming here, guys. I don't think how he lost the weight was important, but what is important is that Nikocado Avocado was pushing for this motion that he couldn't lose all the weight because of all the comments that were telling him, hey, you're gonna have serious health problems if you don't lose the weight. He made it sound like he wasn't gonna listen to us because he thought we were the trolls that were trying to scapegoat him for his behavior. And he makes that valid point where we're all the whole time because we had nothing better to do than to point at Nikocado Avocado and be like, hey, lose some weight, you're fat. And he's like, nope. And then the community would start making videos about him saying, oh, he's gonna eat himself into a coma or a heart attack. We didn't think twice about how he could actually have been losing weight behind the scenes. I mean, hey, if it wasn't for the inspiration of people like Moist Critical or Oompaville, then he wouldn't have more reasons to not lose the weight. So if you really think about it, it's a 300 IQ play here because everyone was gonna check in on Nick to see if his condition got worse on his monetized channels, and then they would make a video about him and his condition that's getting worse, but we didn't think twice about if he was ever gonna lose weight behind the scenes. Of course, it doesn't change the fact about how Nick was acting all of those years to his friends and the creators that were trying to help him not suffer from the weight gain that was clearly affecting his life, but hey, I guess it's better than nothing.
And yet I've still managed to stay 2 steps ahead of everyone. The joke's on you.
You know, aside from the fact that Nick is looking right at me in the camera like he's about to maul my face when he jumps at me through the screen of my computer, I think this is a W for him. We spent the whole time trying to push for this guy to take care of his health, and he actually does it. On top of it, he made everyone else that was making fun of him for being fat look stupid now. Props to him for doing that. Props to you, Nick. But my biggest concern, though, is if he gains all the weight back. I don't think it's wrong to have junk food once in a blue moon, but this was the same junk food that made Nick gain all of that weight from the start. Whatever methods he has to keep off the lost 250 pounds and tries to still be a mukbang YouTuber with all of that fattening food he's stuffing into his gullet is far beyond my knowledge, because I'm not a mukbanger here. I like to eat junk food, yeah, but I don't think I could stuff my belly with all of that food to the point where I'm rupturing my own stomach. You would think it would be the most tastiest way to go, but it would be painful too when your stomach starts bulging from all that food you're stuffing into you. Not to mention the diabetes and the other health problems you'll be having in the future. And that's what I feel with Nick right here. I feel like if he does go back to overeating and gain back all the calories, he's gonna be the same old Nick from before. And he'll make that whole social experiment he was doing all for nothing. So I really hope he doesn't overeat all of those burnt noodles on the plate he's eating. Regardless though, this is something me and everyone else wasn't expecting, and props to Nick for taking the advice of everyone and changing his life for the better. And one more thing, we get skinny Nikocado Avocado before GTA 6. That's what makes this even more shocking. That's all I really gotta say for the most part. Like the video and comment your thoughts and subscribe with the bell on if you want to see more videos on this channel. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.